fans, welcome back to Prime Animations. Welcome back to another episode, another monthly project update. For those of you who are new, every single month I come before you guys and I give you guys an update on our prior month accomplishments, what we managed to complete throughout the prior month that we just went over, and what we're going to be doing into the current month and moving forward. But before we get started, I do want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July. I've got my gear decked out. I am ready to barbecue, eat some good food, and hang out with some friends and watch some cool fireworks. So remember, guys, just stay safe while you guys are out there playing around with those fireworks. So let's go ahead and get started. Channel growth continues to increase, right? We are at 42.7 subscribers. We will more than likely hit the 43,000 subscriber mark by the end of the month of July. So welcome to all those who are new to the channel. Hope you like the content. It's predominantly focused on what we're doing here with this project, but I try and do some toy reviews and stuff like that, and maybe some additional videos here and there. But my main focus is just telling the story that I have written out for you guys over a trilogy. For those of you who don't know, it is a trilogy. We started with Galvatron's Revenge, we're on to Dinobots Unleashed, and then afterwards is Ultimate Annihilation. Speaking of Galvatron's Revenge, let's get an update on where it's at since we released it about 6 months ago. It currently sits, or it finished the month at 853,000 views. That's almost 1 million. We're almost there. I suspect we'll probably cross that 1 million mark next month in August. But with the increased views also comes with the increased likes. We went from 23,000 likes to 24,000 likes within 1 month. So we increased 1,000 likes. Based on that like ratio, we've increased our like ratio just let's see, where were we at? June, May. So in May, we were at 80.9. April, we were at 80.9. May, we went into 81.1. And then in June, we closed out at 81.4. So we went up. We've been steadily going up. I think the lowest we got was 78.9%, and we've been slowly climbing up. So the prior month we increased 2 basis points, and here in the month of June we increased 3 basis points. So that's progress, right? That just shows that there are more likes coming in, and people like it, like what they're seeing, and hopefully the next film will, how can I say it? The story for the next film will answer a lot of questions, a lot of things that may not have made sense in the first film. So keep in mind there's a connecting overall, plot arc going on. Anyhow, let's get into the actual agenda. So first we'll start out with our prior month completions, ongoing assignments, future assignments, and then we'll get into the special topics, right? So as far as our prior month completions, we actually redesigned Black Arachnia's spider mode. We put up images on our community post for that. So as you can see right here, she has been fully textured. And in addition to being fully textured, she was actually rigged. So I was able to complete all 3 of those within the prior month. In addition to her rig, I also enhanced the wings of Swoop in robot mode. So I gave him some very, very basic skeletal structure, but I added some other controls, and I gave it an IK rig on the wings, so it's just easier to manipulate and manage. So that was completed, and then I did manage to figure out how to work shape keys, and I managed to completely rig Slash's facial expressions, right? Her facial rigging. It was a bit of a complex and lengthy process. It took me like 4 days here and there, not 4 days straight, but just a couple of minutes here, a couple of minutes there, or an hour here, an hour there, right? But overall it took me 4 days to complete what was set up. I am currently looking at some add-ons I've been watching online to help speed up the process, because honestly it is very lengthy, and I still haven't attached those shape keys to the drivers and all that stuff. That still needs to be done. So I need to find something quicker, because to do all of those characters in that way, it's going to take a long time, and I really don't want to. So anyhow, I'll keep you guys posted on that. Ongoing assignments. So we are currently working on Black Arachnia's base of operations. So CFF Studio is actually working on that. Mr. J is working on Black Arachnia's base of operations. CFF Studios working on Cybertronian moon environment. Yeah, that's what it is. He's working on a Cybertronian moon environment. So the episode where Arachnid is stranded on Cybertron's moon, I've asked them to mimic that environment as much as possible, as close as possible, right? Because again, we want to bridge the gap. That was I don't know if it was a plot hole, but it was definitely something that was kind of left in the air. Where it left it open if they wanted to go into a fourth season where they could expand on what happened with Arachnid on the moon. And so we're actually going to take the mantle, and since it's been announced that she is part of the next cast, we want to go ahead and bridge that gap as to what took place over there after we saw her like sucking on all of the or assuming that she's going to drain all the energy from the Insecticon army that was there. Anyhow, Razorhorn's Beetle mode, I'm currently rigging that. Shouldn't take me too long based on how quickly I work through on Black Arachne Spider mode. So I'd probably be done with it this coming weekend. Future assignments, again, we're going to continue to facial rig, internal rigging, and then transformation. I am going to put a pause on that for the month of July. Why? Because I do want to finish the remastered version of Galvatron's Revenge. I'll get into the special topics in a minute, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to put a pause just for this month, just so I can get that out the way. Casting for Dinobots Unleashed. We've actually managed to get some great talent for the sequel. We've managed to cast Fowler. We've managed to cast Smokescreen, Swoop, and Hungar. In addition to that, and this was just yesterday, this is part of July, but I'm going to mention it here since it was done yesterday. We also managed to get an Inferno voice actor, and we also managed to get there was one more character. Let me bring it up because now I can't remember off the top of my Blight. Never mind, it was Blight. So we've made some progress. We filled some shoes, which is really good. The recordings continue, right? Aiden, our voice acting director, continues to reach out and coordinate with everybody, and the recordings are ongoing, right? Additional characters. We still need some additional characters. We do need Ultra Magnus, Rodimus, like I said, Black Arachnid, Arachnid, Slash. We do need Sludge and Slag, Bumblebee, Darksteel, Skylynx, Starscream, Wheeljack, and I'm actually going to add this one because I forgot. We do need a voice for Abominus. So if you are able to lend your talents, it would be greatly appreciated. Let's move on to special topics. Okay, so the rendering for Scene 12 was completed, which is why all of our re-renders are done. So that's why this month I really want to focus in on just kind of putting everything together visually, all of the audio that was remastered from old Aiden, and then what was done recently this year to remaster the audio. I want to put that all together. I'm going to give it, like, in between scenes, I'm going to give it some space so that Mike can properly edit everything, and then he can, just squeeze wherever he needs to. So we'll get that done. I want to focus in on that for the next 2 weeks, hand it off to Mike. I don't know what Mike's schedule is. I don't know if he'll be able to finish that before month's end, but I'll update you guys on the next project update where we're at with that, right? That being said, what I'd like to do with the voice acting for Dinobots Unleashed. So this is the last month that I'm going to have the GoFundMe for Galvatron's Revenge up. I'm going to close it down because we're essentially done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new GoFundMe, but this is going to be for specifically, and so hopefully the haters will see this. I doubt that they will, but hopefully they will. This specific GoFundMe is going to be specific for the VA talents. So you guys will donate to help, I guess, incentivize people to help us out with our project and voice these characters that we need. Now, from disclosure, 100% of what's accumulated minus the fee that GoFundMe charges will go to all of the VAs, right? And those VAs, right, voice actors, we'll start to split it out, based on lines, right? We cannot do everything evenly because some people have more lines and some people have less. So we'll take a look at the lines. We'll see how many, and then we'll break it down based on percentages. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start the campaign from August to December. Whatever gets accumulated between that time, 100% of it, again, minus the fee from GoFundMe, goes to the voice actors. Even if I voice act a character, I will not take those funds. Those will go to everybody who is contributing to, and volunteering towards this project. So if $400, let's say, is accumulated between August and December, that's what gets split up. If $2,000 are accumulated between August and September, that gets split out. So it's up to you guys to really help folks come on board and get some really good talent so we can complete this next project. All right. If you have any questions, hit me up on the comments, shoot me an email. I'm never inaccessible. I'm always accessible to everybody. I will be working on some new calendars for 2026. We'll be doing some renders of our 3D characters as we complete them out. So by 2026, we will have new calendars up and out. Those will be put on my page directly, primeanimations.com. So I'll let you guys know more about that once those are up. I do have some special videos. So we did do a special video this month. Last month, just giving you guys my resolve, giving you guys my promise that I'm not going to stop despite the detractors and the haters, right? But in addition to that, I do have some special videos coming up for my 3 biggest fans, if you will, right? Fans, right? So stay tuned to that. It should be informative at the very least. Toy reviews. We managed to do a lot of toy reviews last month. We managed to focus in on X-Men since I had so many X-Men. I think we'll do some more X-Men, but we'll also do some more G.I. Joes. We'll probably do, I think I normally do like 3 maybe this month. I'll do 4 since it's July and it's a longer month. So, be on the lookout for that. Again, just giving you my review on these action figures, right? What I like, what I don't like, and so on and so forth. Prime crossovers. So last month we had our reveal of our version of Prowl, which a lot of you guys liked, so I'm glad. This month's character will be Blitzwing, so be on the lookout for that. That'll probably happen, I would say, maybe around closer to the 20th of July, to be quite frank, because there's a couple of things that, like I said, I want to finish up with Galvatron's Revenge and get that done. So yeah, I definitely want to do that. And next, we get into our fan recognition. I read all your comments, guys. I read them all, and I try to acknowledge every one of them, because if you are taking the time out of your life to write something on my page, I want to acknowledge that, right? I feel like it's just mutual courtesy, common respect, whatever the case may be, right? Obviously, bad comments, harassment, stuff like that, foul language, I delete those. But even if I don't agree with you, I'll give you some acknowledgement in whatever way I can, right? For the most part, right? There's some things that I just look at and I go, why? But anyhow, so today I got 2 for you. Again, first one is from W.A. Harris 5924, and he writes, I watched Galvatron's Revenge with my 4 boys, 9 through 14 at the time. They all loved it. I had to reiterate the budget you were working under because they thought it was made by the original animators initially. I saw how great it was artistically and storyline-wise as the movie progressed. I can't wait till the other movies come out. As for the haters, they are jealous they couldn't do it. And that when controversy came, you were decisive in your way forward. It absolutely stinks that people are harassing your other animators, donating their time to help with your vision. Sounds like they should look at legal action to the individual's cyberbullying. That's an interesting section there. As a G1 and Prime lover, I love what you're doing. Keep it up. I'm sure I can lend a credible voice to the project, but wouldn't mind trying. You're more than welcome to try, my friend. Thank you so much for that wonderful comment. Again, very interesting in the third section of your comment. More is being looked into is all I can say regarding that. Next comment comes from Lynn Green 7978. I loved Galvatron's Revenge. My nephew loved it. Was it perfect? No. But for a team of fans working with the software that they could afford, it was amazing. And I have yet to see what these haters are capable of making. Not saying you have to be a creator to critique, but give them some slack. They are telling a good story with animation that is not bad. Better than ACOM is capable of. Well, Lynn Green, thank you again. Again, that is a very, very balanced view. I've always said, do I think my stuff is perfect? No. And for years I said, guys, don't put me at that level because I'm going to let you down. We're just a handful of people and we're just doing this for fun. So people had some really high expectations. And maybe that's based off of the first two trailers that, Jonathan put together. Jonathan, keep in mind, Jonathan was supposed to be our lead animator. And then in 2019 or something like that, 2020, he had to drop for personal reasons. What am I, what are we going to do, right? It is what it is. We worked with what we had. We did the best with what we could, right? So anyhow, thanks to not just these two people that commented, but I want to thank everybody who leaves constant positive feedback, good vibes, like my wife says, great encouragement. It really does, like I've always said, drown out all the noise and the garbage that comes in from the emotionally stunted side of our fan base. But anyhow, guys, that's it for my my project update video. Hope you guys like it. I will be cutting a snippet of my No Sacrifice, No Victory, the part that has like the update to the project. I will be adding more to that. I'm going to take that part and add more to it. So be on the lookout for that in the next couple of days. I want to give you guys more images, maybe a quick video, maybe some turnarounds of the characters or the environments, just to give you an idea of what we're working out. So be on the lookout for some more goodies regarding where we're at with Dinobots Unleashed. Guys, take care. Happy 4th of July. Be safe. Have fun. Till all are one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye.